two, three. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
All right, everybody, welcome to Teaching Crypto. This is AZcrypto and MrFOMO. And today was supposed to be the day, and hopefully it still is, that the Voyager app reopens with updated information about people's 35.7 distribution in terms of the dollarized amount and what assets you're getting. Not up yet. It is not yet 1 o'clock as we're doing this quick video today. And MrFOMO, the app is not up. I'm not freaking out yet, but if the app does not come up today, it would behoove them to give us an update as to why and when.
Well, we're still waiting on that information blast that they said was coming last week, right? So
that's not coming.
Yeah, I mean, I could have guessed yesterday that we'd still be waiting at this point for the app to open, but you know, it's frustrating. But yeah, I guess you have until the end of the workday. You know, 5 o'clock rolls around and it's not open, then we really start to have to ask some questions. About what's going on.
My assumption is if it does not open today, there will be, and remember, it's not opening for withdrawals. That's going to happen June 20th. There will then be some type of email communication tomorrow from Voyager to the customers explaining, hey, actually, we're going to be opening on Monday. That's my guess. I don't, you know, I'm hopeful for today.
Well, yeah, they gave a window for the start of distributions, and they said the app will be updated tomorrow. So my guess is that they are actively updating the app starting today, and that they will give information to us by the 20th. And so that probably means that between now and the 20th, the app will be updated and we'll receive an email. And then depending on how long that takes, that will push back the actual date of distribution and that 30-day period that we have to unlock our
funds. So just a heads up, I had a quick Twitter space thing for those of you that have joined me. A couple things. We're looking at 35.7%. They have to be transferred over. Many of you will be getting a lot more USDC. Now, in that Twitter space, thank you to Techie. He brought it up to me. The plan administrator's job is, as this goes on, to give us tax documents. So even though the bankruptcy probably will not end in the year 2023, there should be some type of bankruptcy document we will receive in terms of taxes for the initial distribution. So that's something to I'm going to be asking the lawyers next week about. That's really, really important to know about. But again, hopefully, if they keep their word today, at some point you'll be able to log in and see your actual initial distribution that's supposed to happen starting June 20th. Could be as late as July 5th. We'll see. Unfortunately, they didn't give us an exact date. I'm happy we got some dates, but again, we need to keep the pressure on these guys. Just a quick update. Thank you, Gina, to all your hard work, but there were a lot of people behind the scenes that also were working hard on this. So thank them as well, MrFOMO. And we're going to talk about two quick coins, MrFOMO, because as you know right now, Bitcoin is down. Great time to buy Bitcoin, but there are alts. And if you want to kind of take a risk, now remember, not financial advice. These are kind of a little bit off the radar. I've talked about this one before. I'm only going to talk about it for 1 minute here, and that is Veracity. Now, this is a media token, and as you can see right now, it's at below 1 cent. Guess what? If we look at all-time highs, right, we are looking at around 8 cents, okay? And the market cap here is tiny, 41.3 million, right? Daily volume, it's all right, 6.3 million. Remember, we're in a bear market here. But I'm not going to do a deep dive on Veracity today. But these are the type of tokens that you possibly want to take a look at and just be aware of in terms of if you are willing to take some risk. And, you know, this could 2x 3 to 5 months from now during the halving. You could take it out, put it in something else. Not financial advice, just an idea. These type of low-cut gems that performed well in the past are good to be aware of. And that's all. That's all I wanted to say about that one. I'll do a deep dive later on this summer on Veracity.
Yeah, and just to hit on this, Nazar thanked us, but if you have friends that you know that don't watch the show, tune them into the show, but also let them know that this distribution is happening, because there are a lot of people out there that just aren't in the know. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing this, is to get this word out there so that people don't miss out. I don't know what happens at the end of that 30-day period, but I would hate to be one of those people who doesn't know anything about it and then never gets their hands on their crypto.
Yeah. So great point. Please, guys, if you could hit that like and subscribe button and share, even if people are not in Voyager, because we're going to try to expand this channel. Obviously, go ahead. Mr.
One quick question I had, and maybe this is a question for Techie, but are those tax documents going to show our losses from Voyager and the bankruptcy, or is it just going to show what they pay out to us through this distribution?
Great question. I'm gonna ask.
Deceptive, and it would hurt people's ability to go to their tax guy and say, I need to claim all these losses against all these profits I made.
I will 100% be asking those questions next week, and we'll have the answers for our audience in the show. Mr. FOMO, did you quickly want to share an altcoin pick you had?
That's right. I looked at one recently, and it's down about 30% over the last couple of days, and that's Phantom. It's a layer one. During the last bull run, it was billed as sort of an ETH killer, as a lot of them were. You can see the market cap there is 710 million, 49th on the list. But we know ETH killers there's no real such thing as that. ETH is going to be fine. But they have a scratch built consensus mechanism that makes them faster, more secure, and more scalable. And I think this one may reach up to some of those all-time highs, or maybe even higher. You can see here bouncing up over $3 when it finally did reach its all-time high during that double top bull run we had last time. So, this is one that I fully expect to reach back up to those heights and maybe even beyond, because of the work that they're doing. But that's the one I'm looking at because of the last 30 days, like I said, down almost 30%.
Great pick. Again, not financial advice. Great time to be into Bitcoin. If you didn't see my short on Litecoin about a week ago, not a bad idea to be in Litecoin, because there is a Litecoin halving coming up in August, and it took a nice little dump during that Bitcoin dump. So not financial advice, but if Litecoin is not on your radar in the very near future, just for the short term, take a quick look at it, and we'll talk about that more as the days goes on and we get closer to August. Remember, August will be too late. You want to buy well before that halving. Remember, Bitcoin halving, we're looking at late March, early April. We don't have an exact date, but that's about the time. But we should see BTC running, we've been saying on the show, sometime late this summer, early fall. We've told you from the beginning, guys, and we've been wrong about a lot of things, but we were pretty confident that May and June would not be good BTC months. You look at the history pre-halving, May and June, not great. Even the last bull run, we had a big mini bear in May and June. So just to recap everything, this is important. Keep checking that Voyager app today. You're not going to be able to withdraw, but you should be able to hopefully see your account with the new updated 35.7% monetized amount with the amount of tokens that you have. June 20th is the earliest date they'll be ready with withdrawals, but that is not a guarantee. I'll try to press about that. We should be getting tax documents after the initial distribution. I didn't talk about this, but unfortunately, the really bad news about yesterday, 3AC, we don't have a date. Fall could be any time. Or late to me, fall is like when the football season starts in August, all the way up until the end of Thanksgiving. So that's a broad
have some distractions. But you also heard that if they're held in contempt, that could speed the process up, right?
Yeah, we'll see. We're talking about Alameda FTX.
Alameda FTX, not 3AC.
Yeah,
okay.
3AC is an own show together, guys. That could be years, to be honest with you.
Right. So Alameda FTX in the fall, 3AC, we're hoping for them to be held in contempt.
That would be our next big distribution. That could be over 25% if things go well. But Mr. FOMO, if something drastic happens, we will get back on the air. But for Mr. FOMO, this is AZ Crypto. You guys have a great day. We will see you later. Thanks again. Hit that subscribe button.
See you.